I'm Yufei, and I'm here to present our research project on the role of L2 proficiency in naive L3 tone and phonation perception for English learners of Mandarin. Previous studies on L3 tone perception have shown that for native speakers of non-tone languages, learning a tone language could facilitate naive L3 tone perception. However, tone is a multidimensional concept and phonation matters. In Mandarin, creaky voice is allophonic because Mandarin tone 3 always co-occurs with creakiness, while in English it is more like a sociophonetic marker. From Table 1, we can see that in Wenzhou dialect, there is a breathy versus modal phonation contrast in high and low registers. For the role of L2 proficiency in L3 transfer, there is mixed results. Therefore, in the current study, we would like to explore three research questions. First, does the exposure to one phonation type at a different linguistic level increase the sensitivity to another phonation type? Second, is the enhancement in both pitch and phonation positively correlated with L2 proficiency? Third, is there a cumulative facilitating effect? We recruited 4 groups of participants and there are 10 in each group. Table 2 illustrates the detailed language background of L2 learners. We manipulated 2 sets of stimuli to explore participants' sensitivity to pitch and phonation separately based on the natural production. Tone pairs in the first stimuli set differ only in pitch, while in the second stimuli set, they differ only in phonation. Participants were asked to do 456 trials in 6 blocks, with a 1-minute break between blocks. They were required to wear headphones in a quiet environment for the experiment, and the interstimulus interval was 500 milliseconds. Based on the signal detection theory, we first explored the participants' sensitivity to stimuli differences in the AX discrimination task using D-prime scores. The left panel is for stimuli set 1, and the right panel is for stimuli set 2. Comparing the two figures, we can see that all participants were more sensitive to pitch differences than to phonation differences. And for both stimuli sets, the EMH group was significantly more sensitive than the MAN and ENG group. And we didn't find significant difference between the ENG and MAN groups. Then, we conducted 5 one-way Anovas to test whether there is significant difference between language groups in terms of the accuracy rate. First, let's have a look at the overall pitch and phonation patterns. We found that in all cases, the accuracy rate of the EMH groups were significantly higher than that of the ENG and MAN groups. No significant difference was found between the EML and MAN groups for the overall and phonation patterns, which are shown in the left and right panel. The EMH group performed significantly better than the EML group, but no significant difference was found between the two groups in the middle panel, which is the pitch pattern. The overall and pitch accuracy rate were similar, while the accuracy rate of phonation was much lower. We then analyzed the pitch accuracy rate in 2 types of pitch contour. For the level-level tone pairs, all groups have achieved a high accuracy rate, over 95%, with no significant difference between groups. The pattern of contour-level tone pairs was similar to the overall pattern. Interestingly, in all cases except for the level tone pairs, we can see that the high proficiency L2 learners perform significantly better than the native Mandarin speakers, but there is no such pattern for the low proficiency group. This indicates that when L2 proficiency has reached a high level, the performance of native English speakers improved considerably, even surpassing that of native Mandarin speakers. And we think this may be related to cumulative facilitating effect and L2 learners' increased metalinguistic awareness about tone. In conclusion, we found that all participants were more sensitive to pitch than to phonation, and for native English speakers, the sensitivity to pitch and phonation could be increased through learning Mandarin. Also, L2 proficiency has been demonstrated to be an essential factor in terms of the overall phonation sensitivity, but with no significant effect on pitch sensitivity.